with us. My name is Lakisa Ely, and I am the Community Engagement and Marketing Manager for the Cincinnati Preschool Promise. And hopefully that you know our mission, and our mission is all about expanding access to quality preschools so that every Cincinnati child has the opportunity to be prepared for kindergarten. We thank you for your partnership. We just thank you for just being part of our family, but we want to make sure that you are informed about the things that are happening. So up next, I'm going to introduce you to our tuition assistance program manager and enrollment and outreach manager, Ms. Florence Malone, and she will go over the exciting things that are happening with CPP.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today. I just want to go over the extended learning session, a couple of quick facts, just in case you may or may not know, but just want to touch base with you about it. So the extended learning session is an opportunity for classroom learning to slow down learning process from the pandemic closure. The extended learning session program is going to be running from June the 1st to August the 21st. And so our priority has been our returning 4 and 5-year-olds to the CPP providers. However, I'm excited to say right now we are accepting returning 3-year-olds. I also want you to remember that payment is based on, or tuition assistance is based on attendance, not just enrollment for the extended learning session. And so with that being said, there are new attendance and proration policies regarding attendance. How do I get involved in the extended learning session, or how do my parents get involved in the extended learning session? Well, by now you should have received your ELS enrollment form sent out to the parents and to the TA providers. And if you haven't, please just contact me, which is fmalone@cincy-promise.org, or Brandy Harris, which most of you all have her information. If it's a returning 3-year-old, that can be filled out for that particular child on a blank form. And if you need that form, you can also contact me as well. Please review your FAQ and your ELS forms that are updated regularly. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a call. Thank you.
Thank you, Florence, for providing the quick facts for extended learning. As you know, this is exciting for us. We want to make sure that we keep on with the education with our youngest learner. We're going to go ahead and proceed and go to the quality improvement updates. This is going to be presented by Brittany Pina, who is the quality improvement manager with Cincinnati Preschool Promise. You now have the floor, Brittany.
Thank you, Lakisa, and thank you all for tuning in to our updates. Thank you to the providers for continuing to partner with us, as well as servicing the children and families within our community. First, let's walk through our quality improvement program eligibility criteria. Your program must be unrated or have a 1 or 2 star through the state of Ohio Step Up to Quality rating system. Be located within the Cincinnati Public School District boundaries. Licensed through the state of Ohio to serve preschool age children. Have an administrator who holds a high school diploma, GED, or higher. Hold child care liability insurance. And for family child care providers, Preschool Promise offers insurance subsidy. And lastly, hold auto liability insurance if your program transports children. Now that was the main 6 eligibility criteria to join our QI program. Below here, you will see the 10 steps for our application sign-up process. I want to point out to you section 3, which is preschool staff wage summary. This is going to give us information about your preschool teachers' salary ranges so that we can understand how to better support you with retaining your teachers. Our application can be found on the Cincinnati Preschool Promise website at cincy-promise.org. By joining CPP, your preschool will gain access to coaching, CDA scholarships, and other professional development supports to help your program to achieve high ratings through the state of Ohio's Step Up to Quality rating system, as well as learning materials to enhance children's experience with dramatic play, math and literacy skills, exploring with blocks and science, as well as their gross motor skills, along with educational resources like curriculum sets, assessment tools, and child screenings. Also, for your program or for programs who join CPP, you'll have access to a free membership to the African American Chamber of Commerce, wage supports, and for family child care providers, the tax preparation assistance. If you have any questions or would like additional assistance, please reach out to us at 513-447-4277. And be sure to follow us on social media and use #PromiseCat.
Thank you, Brittany. We know that that may be a lot of information, but we want you to understand you will not do this alone during this process. We want you to be part of the Preschool Promise family so we can have more children and to assist more families on this journey. So don't be discouraged. We have your back, and make sure that you follow all the instructions that have been provided. Up next, we will have our newest member to the team, Kenitra Mathis. She is actually our program as an evaluation manager. She will go over our grants that we have available. One is called Teacher Promise Grant, and the other one is called Staff Support Fund. And she will go over in detail about what we have for teachers. Kenitra?
So good afternoon, everyone. And again, as always, thank you for joining us and tuning in. But most importantly, thank you for being a part of our CPP network. The first program I will discuss is our Teacher Promise Grant. Just wanted to make sure we gave a couple of quick updates. One, our Teacher Promise Grant is designed to support lead preschool teachers that reside at our eligible CPP tuition assistance sites. These teachers must be employed for a minimum of 6 weeks and have 10% of their preschool students enrolled in our tuition assistance program. Also, just to make sure that we are keeping up to date in real-time data, the provider must verify the teacher's employment on a monthly basis. Monthly payments are paid directly to the lead teacher in 12 installments. During the summer months, our program does observe a pause. If teachers re-enroll into their lead teaching role beginning August or September, the start of the school year, they will receive back pay for the summer months. We all know that we are in a unique time frame with the mandatory closures that we experienced related to COVID-19. If we enter into another mandated closure, we will reinstitute the summer rule. Also, if you have more questions regarding TPG, please feel free to visit our webpage and click on the teacher tab for more information. If for some reason you cannot identify it that way, please go to the forms tab and you will also be able to find more information there. Next, I'll give an update on our Staff Support Fund, which is our newest program to the CPP environment. One, our Staff Support Fund is designed to help our providers pour back into their lead and assistant teachers within their preschool classroom. Providers have the ability to access up to $3,000 per lead teacher. Who is eligible? Providers that are currently enrolled and active within our quality improvement program that are unrated 1 or 2 stars. Teachers in this environment must work about 50% inside of their preschool classrooms. Again, this is designed to help our providers infuse more support into their lead and assistant preschool teachers. How can the funds be used? Providers can use this money to increase staff wages, offset health insurance and medical costs, also to provide additional bonuses, or to provide money to help the teachers gain additional education in degree granting programs that are related to early childhood education. How do I apply? Providers can apply for this opportunity by visiting our website at www.cincy-promise.org/teachers. Applications can be submitted via email or it's through the mail. But one, please make sure when you're walking through this 10-step process to make sure that all aspects of the application is complete. Make sure that you identify the lead and the assistant teacher who will be recipients of funds. Also, for payment purposes, please make sure that you have an updated W-9, updated ACH, and an updated supplier diversity form on file with Cincinnati Preschool Promise. Quick facts about Staff Support Fund. Payments will be made directly to providers in 2 installments. Each program cohort lasts for 12 months. Again, if we enter into another COVID pandemic of mandatory closures, the summer rule will be started. And also there's a maximum allotment of $18,000 per provider. Now I'll turn it back over to Brittany for more updates and frequently asked questions for our QI program.
Some of the common asked questions are here. When will new applicants be accepted into the QI program? For this upcoming program year, we will be accepting new quality improvement applicants in the winter. Back a slide. How long does it take for a QI applicant to be approved for supports? Once an applicant is approved, meaning all documentation has been submitted and received, it will be approximately 30 days for approval. What are reasons for QI applicant denial? Although this is rare, it does occur. If the applicant is not located within the Cincinnati Public School District boundaries, or if the applicant is not in good standing with the state of Ohio's licensure requirements. How are coaches assigned? The applicant provides information about previous experiences with coaches, and if there is a preferred coach who is a partner with Cincinnati Preschool Promise, we will continue to utilize the services of that coach and assign them to your program. However, if you have not had any relationship or partnership with a coach, Preschool Promise will use the information that was provided on the application to best partner you with a coach. When are coaches assigned? Coaches are assigned within that 30-day approval process. So once the applicant is approved, they will have an assigned coach. How long can a program participate in the QI program? Well, there is not a time limit or maximum time spent in our quality improvement program, as long as the program is maintaining good standing with the action plan that's established with the assigned coach. They will continue to be eligible for quality improvement supports with the ultimate goal of you becoming highly rated and eligible for our tuition assistance program.
Okay, so I will make sure, just to give a couple of frequently asked questions, responses related to our Teacher Promise Grant and also for our Staff Support Fund. One of the most frequently asked questions is, how do I apply? Again, you'll come and apply for a Teacher Promise Grant paper application, or you can download and email or mail in your application. The same applies for our Staff Support Fund. You can go online and submit your application via email directly to me. And we will make sure that you have that information. So if you have any additional questions about how to apply, please feel free to send me an email directly at kmathis@cincy-promise.org. Who is eligible for Teacher Promise Grant? Lead teachers that currently are employed at one of our recognized tuition assistance sites are eligible to apply for a Teacher Promise Grant. One thing to note is that the program must be in good standing with our tuition assistance program. Again, lead teachers who currently are employed for a minimum of 6 weeks at one of our eligible tuition assistance sites. How is payment issued for Teacher Promise Grant? Payment is issued in 12 installments directly to the teacher using direct deposit. Does Teacher Promise Grant impact your taxes? While the impacts may vary from teacher to teacher, teachers do receive a completed 1099 from CPP to use for tax filing purposes at the end of the program year. Who is eligible for Staff Support Fund? Currently, Staff Support Fund is designed to support lead and assistant teachers that are currently working within one of our eligible quality improvement programs. Again, the program must be in good standing. The teacher also must be employed for a minimum of 6 weeks within that quality improvement program. How is payment issued for the Staff Support Fund? Payment is issued in 2 installments directly to the provider. The provider is then responsible for infusing that money into their lead and assistant preschool teachers. Can Staff Support Fund be used to support non-teaching staff? In order to be a recipient of the Staff Support Fund, you must be a lead or assistant preschool teacher and spend more than 50% of your time inside of one of our preschool classrooms. How long is the program? For Teacher Promise Grant and for Staff Support Fund, both programs operate in a cohort fashion that lasts for 12 months. Another thing that I want to make sure that I call out is the max is $18,000 for the Staff Support Fund, which means if you have 2 preschool classrooms or 2 separate preschool classrooms with 2 lead preschool teachers, you will be eligible for up to $6,000. Another thing to keep in mind is that both programs operate with direct deposit. So as always, you want to make sure that you give timely and accurate information regarding your accounts, but also for all of our programs, Teacher Promise Grant and Staff Support Fund, CPP does reach out to all of our providers and teachers to ask additional information, but also to ask you guys to participate in our evaluation process. It is our goal to continue to design programs that are responsive to your needs and that will continue to drive quality. Thank you guys for joining in today. Thank you for your time, but most importantly, thank you for your commitment to serve children within the Cincinnati Public School District and for being a part of Cincinnati Preschool Promise.